about Undertale. Feels like it was just yesterday that this game came out, and honestly, let me just say it left a big mark on its community. You see, Undertale was just the kind of game that everyone seems to remember, and even to this day, people still know what it is. You know, it had good gameplay, good music, good characters, good plot, and overall it was just a good game in general. So naturally, it was such a good game, it did develop quite the fandom. And let me tell you, some of the fandom was amazing. And then the other, not so much. Today in this video, I will be discussing some of the Undertale ships that are commonly seen, and whether they should either sail, swim, or sink. Boo, I'm back. Okay, so now you can, if you can't see this, that's fine. It's gonna be blurry, it's also gonna be backwards. I didn't think that through. But basically, this is my chart where I shall put the ships and how I will rate them. We have 3 sections with sail, swim, or sink. Now, sail basically means that this ship is good and it's overall pretty healthy and that both characters could benefit from being in a relationship with one another. Swim means it's not 100% good, you know, like there's problems that need to be sorted out, or like the characters would benefit from it, but also maybe benefit from not being in a relationship with the other character. And then sink basically means that no character will benefit from the relationship and it should not be made canon. So here's some things you need to know about this video before I start it, is that this video is going to be covering canon and crack ships. Canon ships are ships that are like actually part of the game, that it's been confirmed in some way. And then crack ships are between 2 characters that have no evidence to support they want to be in a relationship with one another. That being said, when I rate these ships, I'm going to be doing it more of a logical perspective than like canon. So like, for all you know, I do know there's going to be one canon ship that is not going to make it in swim or sail, and that there's going to be some crack ships that I do believe could fit in the swim category, just because on a logical perspective, these relationships could work if they theoretically were to get together. Also, before we start this video, I want you to know that unless a character's sexuality has been confirmed, I kind of will ignore that. Like if a character is being shipped with the same gender and there's no evidence to support that they are into that gender or not, I just won't take that into consideration and just assume that they are, unless the character is actually specifically been canonically specified to only be attractive as one gender or both or whatever. You get the point. So without further ado, I got this hat, which basically contains sticky notes with the different ships in it. I'm going to be randomly pulling them out and then yapping about it, basically. The names are probably spelled wrong on the sticky notes. I can't spell, and also none of the names in Undertale, at least most of them, are like actually real names that someone's going to be named. So I kind of had to make up how to spell them, and I didn't feel like Googling it. So let's just get into this. Gotta do this. Okay, the first ship we will be covering, and oh my gosh, the sticky notes are stuck together, is a crack ship. It's Nice Cream Guy times Burger Pants. Now these are kind of more minor characters. If you don't know who they are, that's fine. Let me just break it down for you. Nice Cream Guy is that one dude you can buy ice cream from. He's seen in, I think, Snowden Town and Hotlands. And then Burger Pants is the dude that works for Minotaur. Now, pretty big crack ship. I don't think they've ever really interacted, at least in Undertale. Something I probably should have pointed out first is that if these characters interact in Deltarune and have something going on in Deltarune, I will take it into consideration when it comes to Undertale. So as far as I'm concerned, they never actually interacted in Undertale. I don't think they really know who each other are. But in Deltarune, however, I could be getting this wrong. My facts could be kind of mixed up. I do believe that they did know each other. They worked at the same restaurant, I want to say. And that I think there was dialogue about how Nice Cream Guy spilled a drink on Burger Pants and then giggled and something like that. So I think there was a little hint that they had something going on, I'm pretty sure. My facts are a little messed up, sorry about that. But on a logical perspective, I honestly don't think that they would not benefit from being in this relationship if they were to get together as a pair, as a couple. It could be good for them. I know Burger Pants is kind of depressed and needs something in his life. You know, he wants to stop working for Minotaur, but he's still working for Minotaur. He honestly isn't really doing the best. And Burger Pants is just a really jolly, nice guy, you know? I mean, his business doesn't do too well, but overall, he seems to have a pretty cheery personality. So I think they could possibly benefit from being in a relationship with one another. So I don't think that they really will ever become anything, and I don't think they need to be anything. So I'm going to put this one as swim. All right, let's get into the second one. Trying not to like look at it first. Pull random one out. Okay. Grillby times Sands. another crack ship that I really wasn't aware of until I did research for this video. So we all know Grilby. You probably know Sans, because Sans is just kind of like, when someone thinks of Undertale, they think of Sans instantly, Sans. But Grilby is the dude that works at his restaurant, Grilby's. Now, they do know who each other are. They've interacted a lot of times. In fact, Sans has been to Grilby so many times, and he has a whole tab. However, there really is no evidence that they have any romantic feelings for each other. But theoretically, if they were to get together, I don't see why it would be a problem. I mean, there's nothing really in the way of, like, something, like, big in the way of saying they can't get together. You know, they're both adults. I think it's really not a big barrier. I mean, I'm not saying that they should get together. Like, I mean, there's no reason for them to. But I'm just saying if they did, it wouldn't be a bad thing, per se. So this will also go and sail. Now, most crack ships, swim. Most crack ships I'm probably going to put in swim, just because most of them don't really have a reason why it shouldn't happen. Some of them do. Most of them just are random ships that happened, and I'm not sure why. All right, moving on. I don't know how many I put in here. I forgot. Asgore times Toriel. Okay, this is a rare case where a canon ship I don't believe could go in swim or sail. And let me break that down for you. In Undertale, they get a nasty divorce. We know that. That just happened. They used to be married, and then Asgore was like, let me kill all these human children so we can leave the underground. And Toriel was like, don't like that. Don't agree with that. We're getting a divorce. Now, we all know that Asgore still has feelings for Toriel, but Toriel is not returning those feelings. I do want to take into consideration the fact that in Deltarune, they also got a divorce. Even though that there were no children that Asgore needed to kill, and they probably lived pretty normal lives, they still got a divorce. Which is why I'm going to put this in sync, because it's just in two universes, they got together and it just didn't work out. For different reasons, it just still didn't work out, though. And I think that just reflects that they just were never right for each other. They just never would have worked out in any situation. They would have gotten together, just wouldn't have worked out, and then gotten divorced. Of course, I do know that Asgore still obviously has feelings for Toriel. I just don't think it would work out between them, because in two different universes, they got a divorce for completely different reasons, which just basically reflects that they just aren't a good couple. So this is gonna have to sink. Sorry, Asgore, I know that's gonna hurt, but yeah. Okay, next one. Minotaur times Papyrus. This is my personal opinion, not trying to take my opinion into consideration, though, as I always did like this ship. I just always thought it was really cute. We do know that Papyrus does idolize Minotaur, and really does like Minotaur, and but I mean, he said some things about Minotaur that he's kind of like, Minotaur's like his celebrity crush in a sense, and they don't really come directly face to face in that many parts of the game. But in one of the endings when Minotaur becomes king, I do know that Minotaur did select Sans and Papyrus, if Papyrus is still alive, to be like his royal guards or something like that. So there was something going on there. I overall think that they would be a pretty healthy couple if they did get together. This isn't just me speaking, it's just out of sense. I feel like they'd be such a funny couple, you know, Papyrus being kind of like the nerdy kid that he is, and Minotaur being the flirty dude that he is. Like, they'd just make a such cute couple if they did get together, but theoretically speaking, they wouldn't, like, there really isn't a need for them to get together at the same time. Like, I don't think that they should be confirmed in the game and, like, get married and stuff. So I'm gonna be 100% honest, this is also gonna be swim, but I'm gonna say swim as in, like, they're swimming and they're about to find the ship and they're about to sail on the ship. They just haven't got there yet. So it's gonna go right there. Boom, 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 boom. And oh no, my hat full of chips fell out. Okay. Sans times Toriel. I know this is another pretty big Undertale ship because they had that little interaction at the end of the game and they got along together, and Sans would go tell Toriel jokes. And honestly, on a like logical sense, there really is nothing wrong with them getting together. I feel like they both would pretty much benefit from that relationship. They already are friends, and they already did have some nice intimate interactions with one another in the game. When Toriel didn't have anyone, Sans was there for her, you know. But the only problem is I think there is also a pretty big age gap between them. Like, Toriel refers to herself as an old lady at one point in the game. And I'm gonna be 100% honest, I think Sans is more of a young adult. So, like, Toriel is giving off grandma vibes, Sans is giving off young adult vibes. So that age gap kind of has me skeptical about them too. Now, they're both adults, so it would be fine. It's not like a minor and an adult getting together. It's just two adults that just happen to also have an age gap. So I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm not gonna put it in sail. It's gonna go in swim, but I think it's also like the ship is swimming and they're making their way towards the ship where they could possibly sail. Maybe, I don't know. Gonna go right there. I'm just yapping at this point. Oh my gosh. Sans time, Frisk. In sync we go. In sync. Do I need to explain why I put that in sync? I know this is such a popular ship, but once again, child, minor, adult, not a minor. This is illegal, and if Frisk theoretically were to get older and like Sans didn't age the same way humans did, and they are both adults, still no, I don't think there's any reason why they would get together. But when the game is taking place, minor, adult. Then there's the whole genocide route going on. Like, Sans literally wanted to kill Frisk from the beginning and didn't kill Frisk because he made a promise to Toriel. So there literally is no reason they'd ever get together. It's illegal. Shouldn't happen. Moving on. Frisk times Kara, or I don't know how people pronounce that. Kara, Chara, whatever the heck. I'm gonna put that one in sync too, because like, I don't really know. Like, they've interacted a few times, but there really is nothing going on there. I'm gonna say Chara because that's how everyone I know pronounces it. But Chara like is a demon ghost thing, and Frisk is a human. It's like a little weird, and you know, Chara kind of used Frisk, and Frisk kind of used Chara. They kind of like the lore of the game is a little complicated, but like there is nothing going on between them two. Like, there is no reason that all they would get together. They're also children. I mean, I know Chara is probably has the mind of an adult because they've been dead for a good minute, but Frisk is a child, and I don't feel comfortable shipping a child unless there's like specifically like outright yes they have a relationship, but like Frisk is a kid, and like probably a young kid too, so I really don't see why they'd ever be in a relationship, which also kind of links into why I do not do Sans times Frisk despite the fact that ship is so popular. Okay, we're almost done with these ships. Okay, Undante's Alphys. Oh. Okay, so the perspective of this recording is probably different because I had to leave or something, so I'm gonna edit that out, but I'm back. Sorry about that. So let's get on with the last, I think, like 2 ships I have in here. So first we have a random one that's like doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And we have Royal Guard 1 times Royal Guard 2, and if you don't know who these characters are, they're like 2 little like monsters you fight in Hotland. They were assigned to look for the human together, or look for the player together, and the only way you can spare them is to get one of them to confess their feelings for the other. And they both kind of felt the same way for each other, and I thought it was so cute when they got together. So they honestly, we don't see much of them. I think they're together in Deltoon as well, and we see them on a small date. I think they honestly just, I love their interaction together when they found that they both liked each other. It was a really sweet interaction, and it definitely do seem to be a very healthy, and they're canon, so this is gonna go also on sale. They can sail high and mighty. And for the last ship, this is a really random one that like I found across the internet, and that's Flowey times Papyrus. Now, I'm not really sure who ships that or why they're shipped together, but they are. And we know that Papyrus saw Flowey as a friend, but as far as I'm concerned, nothing more. And Flowey didn't care about Papyrus because Flowey is literally incapable of caring about anyone. He lacks a soul, so he can't. And Papyrus, of course, didn't realize that and was tricked by Flowey. So this definitely has to go on sync. So these are, this is about to fall. Please don't fall on me. Please don't fall. But these are random Undertale ships that I have ranked based off logic. We have in the sale category, Undead and Alphys, Royal Guardsman 1 and Royal Guardsman 2. And swim, we have Nice and Grind, Burger Pants, Minotaur and Papyrus, Sand and Toriel, Grilby and Sand. And in the sync for obvious reasons, we have Frisk times Sans, Frisk times Chara, Asgore times Toro, and Flowery times Papyrus. Now, I probably will do a part 2 to this video to cover other ships that are common among the Undertale fandom, just not today. And I know for a fact I'll do something similar to this with different fandoms. Probably gonna do Gravity Falls next, just cause there's definitely more to cover on Gravity Falls, I feel like. But yes, this is my sail, swim, or sink chart for Undertale. If you want to see something like this for other fandoms, please let me know. I might not know the fandom you're suggesting, but I'll try my very best. And thank you for watching this video.